Hello students. Today we'll be looking at movement in and out of cells. The cell cytoplasm is surrounded by a cell surface membrane. The cell surface membrane serves as a boundary between the cell content and its surroundings. Quick questions. Life depends on the exchange of materials between different cells and between cells and their surroundings. True or false? True. All particles can diffuse through cell surface membranes. True or false? False. Not all particles can diffuse through cell surface membranes. An illustration is showing below here. We have a diagram showing us a membrane that allows the passage of glucose and water molecules, but it does not allow the passage of big protein molecules. This is showing that not all particles can diffuse through cell surface membranes. Some cells are partially permeable, that is, they allow some materials to pass through them. And this might be because the materials are too big or they carry the wrong electrical charge or chemical composition. The chemical composition of the membrane may prevent them from passing across. Diffusion. Diffusion can be broken down into the following. We have the random movement of molecules within a gas or liquid from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration down a concentration gradient until an equilibrium is reached. So before we can say diffusion has taken place, these requirements must be met. We have a diagrammatic illustration here showing us showing us potassium permanganate when it was introduced into water and until it reached equilibrium. Osmosis. Osmosis is a special kind of diffusion, that is diffusion of water. It takes place in living cells. The following are the requirements for osmosis to take place. It takes place in water molecules and takes place from a region of higher concentration of water to a region of lower concentration of water, which is also known as from a region of higher water potential to a region of lower water potential, down a water potential gradient through a partially permeable membrane. So for the requirements of osmosis include a partially permeable membrane, water potential gradient, non-living cell, no, water molecules, yes. Active transport. Active transport is another form of, well, by which materials are transported around the body. Active transport is the method by which particles can cross membranes against a concentration gradient, but it requires energy supplied by the cell and with the help of protein molecules called carriers. Active transport can take place. In addition, active transport is specific. The protein carriers are able to recognize particular molecules and select them from a mixture. Phagocytosis. Some particles that are too large to cross a membrane by diffusion or active transport are taken up by some specialized cells. These particles are engulfed by the cell structure, by cell surface membrane, flowing around them. And an example of this is found in the white blood cell. A quick question. A major difference between active transport and osmosis is that osmosis does not require energy from the cell to occur. True or false? True. But active transport does require energy from the cell. We have some activities here. It includes past year questions from Cambridge IGCSE. By which process do oxygen and carbon dioxide move between cells and capillaries? By which process? By diffusion. Correct. Which process is involved in the uptake of glucose by the epithelial cells of kidney tubules? Which process? Active transport. A cylinder of potato tissue was placed in a beaker of very salty water. After 1 hour, the mass of the potato cylinder had decreased. Why did this happen? Water entered the plant tissue by water left the plant tissue by osmosis. That's most likely reasons. With this, we come to the end of this episode. Remember to join us for another class and check us out on www.edubbey.com for more of our materials and resources. Thank you.